Love to see when I walk up in the club, a nigga run up on me, tell me I'm the realest nigga living, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the realest nigga in it. You already
What's
know
up?
that rapper of the year 4 times in a row. A lifetime
2026. We back once again.
Get about 50 in the Hummer.
Woo!
The birds fly down south.
Georgia for the summer.
Money holds
Like
clothes. Go priced up and down
Solid.
like six-fold. Just cause I'm fly like a helicopter. The
better
federal
rallies on my count of bird watching. It's the bullshit lights break.
Just got a camera on the beach in my license plate.
Yo, what it do? What the biggest scenes?
What's on the streets?
Even on the other ends.
Let me talk to him.
Ooh, what a way. What a way.
What a way.
What a way to start
Open
off
the record.
2026, man. 2026, man. Welcome to IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name's Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. And we back, man, right here on YouTube weekly. Like, share, subscribe, because it is the premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2026. Hope there ain't too much bull crap started already. Hope we have a good start of the year. Come back, college playoffs in full effect. NFL playoffs start this weekend. We got some coaching stuff going on. Some big money being tossed around in the transfer portal. It's a lot of things going on right now. Got a lot of things. And then around the corner, everybody, Sunday, got last couple weeks of football. So, hey, man. Enjoying it, man. Enjoying it into 2026, man.
Thank you.
Enjoying it into 2026. So, man, like I said again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the podcast, man. I'm saying, how was your New Year's, bro? You know what I'm saying?
It was great. Besides eating black eyed peas, overrated. Coming into the year hot. Don't stop me. I'm coming into the year hot. I don't believe in too many hoodoo voodoo rituals, but one we can certainly throw away is black eyed peas being a necessary meal or a necessary course on New Year's Day.
You got to, bro. Got to eat black eyed peas.
Don't need it. Don't need it.
Got to.
They can have it. Throw it away. We don't need it.
I will say one thing that happened, like, was starting New Year's. I know what I'm saying. Brother got a little sinus congestion. I think my wife trying to set me up. She's trying to set me up, bro. So, like, I've been taking stuff. She was like, yeah, I thought it'd be a great idea. I got a little Navage thing, clearing out my nose and stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, put some vapor rub on you, right? But then get in the shower because then the steam and everything from it will help, right? That sounds great on the surface, right? On the surface, it sounds great. But when you say I rub the vapor stuff on, what happens when you get in the shower? The vapor rub melts. Now the vapor rub's going down my body. Now I'm sitting there. In the shower. I'm feeling some of the effects of the vapor rub, but then not just my nose is feeling it. Now my undercarriage is feeling it because now the vapor rub will drip from my chest.
Hey yo,
down to my manhood, and I'm like, I'm sitting there. It don't hit you all at once. It don't hit you all at once. Hit you like, it kind of smells like.
Let's see. It's a 4-alarm fire going on down there, brother. Go to fire truck.
So I'm just sitting there like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, damn, some new soap. Soap kind of, some soap got a little bite to it, maybe some eucalyptus in it. I was like,
Dove.
Then put it full effect. I said, oh, that's that. You can't just wipe that off. That's got to just wear off now. So now I'm just sitting here, all my pores are open. Never felt clean though. Never felt more clean.
That's that new Dove, brother.
And it made so much sense when she said it. Like, yeah, okay, I get the steam with the vapors and stuff. But I ain't never think the stuff had to melt off your body. So it was like dripping off your body. Yeah, it got bad.
Yeah, it started poetic.
Didn't end that way. Did not end that way.
Boy, undercarriage turned into fried chicken, didn't it? She got hot. She got hot down there for sure.
Hey man, but besides that, New Year's was great. Spent it with the family. You know what I'm saying? Nice to be back here talking sports again, man.
Oh, we
Nice
live,
to
brother.
be talking sports again. So here we go. Let's start off, man.
Where you want to go? Old trust.
So I'm gonna take it back. We're gonna do my big dogs in 2025. Big dogs. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to big dogs in 2025. This is for the whole year 2025. First one, I got women's college basketball. Quiet as kept or not quiet as kept, if you've really been watching. Women's college basketball has been a good thing Sundays when NFL football goes on. Women's college basketball is very, very exciting. I don't know, like you saw the UConn run last year, even this year. Some of the games are great. This is I'm gonna give women college basketball starting to really take, because men, you don't hear much about men until March Madness, but the women, because I think it's more because the names are building. You got women staying more and more years. Hey, good product. And like I said, when football goes off, Sundays, not a bad day, not a bad little thing, especially like when you got conference play going on. Not bad at all. Another big dog of 2025, Terrence Crawford. Straight up. Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence Crawford.
I conquered. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, called the shot. Called the shot. You know what I'm saying? So, not really much else I can say about that. Went down as one of the greatest of all time. We were beating Canelo. What, 3 division undisputed?
Yes, sir.
You know, did it all, then retired on top. You know what I'm saying? Can't say nothing else about that. Big dog of 2025, Myles Garrett, man. Myles Garrett, man. Sack record is the sack record, bro. I don't want to hear about, he had one extra game. He did it in less snaps. He did it in less snaps. That argument only stands if he didn't do it in less snaps. If he did it in less snaps, then, you know, I would might have an argument. Okay, but if he did it in less snaps, that means he had less opportunities to rush the pass. So, I don't know how you feel about it.
I can't take that from you. You're all right, because I did hear some of that chatter. You know, I'm even hearing some chatter about Jared Allen, kind of, sanctioning the league, or, putting in a bid at the league to get his 23 sack back when he had some phantom call back in 2013, 2014, when he sacked Aaron Rodgers, but they didn't count it. They counted it as a team sack and didn't give him his last sack for the year. But either way.
Yeah, and then and another chatter about Joe Burrow took a foul. Nah, that dude came off that ball so quick. Joe did the right thing and saved the play. It wasn't nothing else left to do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing else to do. He got him. It was gonna be a strip fumble if Joe didn't fall. You know, sometimes you gotta know when the play is over. You know,
when to hold him, when to fold.
Another big dog of 2025, the Dodgers, for 2 things. A, for finishing Kendrick's beef. You know what I'm saying? The Dodgers beat the Toronto Blue Jays. So that that ended the Kendrick Drake beef. You know what I'm saying? So, you got LA, Toronto. So it came full circle. You see what I'm saying? See how it came full circle? And then, hey, sometimes you got to spend money to win. And they spent it. They spent the money and won the championship. This is one of the cases where you spend a ton of money and you see what happens. Won a championship. So I give them big dog. Huh?
I said, looking at you, Texas Tech. Go ahead, brother.
Facts. They still spending money too. And then my last big dog of the week is heated sports rivalries back. We done seen people get slapped, spit on, slap fans, everything. Everything that we used to be as a country about sports is starting to come back.
There we go. That's the best one. That's the best one in a while.
Everything that we used to be as a country with sports, with heated rivalries. Hey, man, we started off early. Jalen Carter started the football season off early by spitting on that.
Set the tone.
Ever since then, somebody's been getting smacked every other week. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. We're not gonna take it.
I'm not really with the spitting on people. That's kind of nasty, but it's okay if somebody says something crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little tap. You know what I'm saying?
Little lung butter.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like Chase. Now then, I like how Jalen Ramsey responded, and everybody else in the Pittsburgh Steelers responded to what Jamar Chase did. I like how Thomas said, I don't know what to tell a man when another man spits on him. I don't know what to tell you. I like that. So, anyone you want to add? An honorable mention, Kenny? Anybody you got?
No, I don't. Nothing really comes to mind. I still got the thought of them damn Black Eyed Peas in my head. So no, I ain't got nothing.
Man. And that's Anthony's big dog of the week. All right, man. I like, they made me do this. I thought we was gonna have a time where,
come on,
that we didn't have to do this. We've been doing this a lot lately. Hold on.
What we do, bro? We always up to something.
I mean, like they make me do this, bro.
We always do it.
But once again, man, I'm gonna have to do it again, man. So,
God damn it.
Reporting live down in the Maysville News Center, KBD, the artist known as Mr. Big were to be released from prison today, and that caused an uproar in the prison system. I had a chance to speak.
It's like every other week, man.
Why did you do the things you did?
Get that camera on my goddamn face, man. Fuck y'all.
Every other week, we have to do this for some athlete. It's like, I don't know why. The season just ended for this man.
Go back in 1986. Every time.
It's back. He is back in the news again. I had it and I lost it. I know he's back in the news after being suspended last year. What was it last year for the hit and run?
Yes, sir.
Now he's back in the news again for domestic violence allegations. Allegations. They're not proving these are allegations. I know if I'm the Chiefs president or the Chiefs person that's responsible to take that call, they call me, Kansas City called me in the middle of the night, be like, the police called me in the middle of the night, be like, hey, yo, Anthony, you work with the Chiefs, right? Yeah, we got Rasheed down here. God, what the boy do now? What did he do now?
Hey, Mr. Beach, we got your boy down here, man. we got your guy down here. What you want to do this time?
So this one is more like allegations from his baby mama. Baby mama said in an Instagram post Wednesday that she had broken up with him 2 months ago, and then among other things, she accuses him of putting hands on her, locking her outdoors in 10-degree weather. That's crazy. Multiple instances of cheating, cutting up her shoes and clothes, and abandoning the family in Kansas City while leaving for his native home in Texas. The picture, the Instagram post also includes several pictures of bruises on her face, legs, shoulders, and chest, as well as damaged property around her home. She also implies that this is a legal agreement with Rice because of everything he puts me through, which allegedly doesn't follow. So this is his second major off-the-field issue involving him. This is all according to Yahoo Sports, which I just read off. Like I said, these are allegations, but it just doesn't look good, my brother, that you just had this, the fleeing on foot from an accident, right? It was a car accident, right? You fled on foot. Sir. And now you got the women, the mother of your children. I don't know how many kids he has, but the mother of your children saying that you basically put her through hell. So this is where you starting to get, my brother, you're teetering, you're getting real close to that line of tolerance and talent. And like you said, they're only gonna tolerate as much how good as your talent is.
Church is ladies and
my bad.
I was interested to see where that was going. Actually, because that's actually going to lead me into one of my points. Is After you told me that you spread that news about her leaving, him leaving no girl outside in 10-degree weather, I was like, oh, my boy, cold. He out here cold hard pimping. my boy sticking to the script. All
Hey,
right, for
man.
sure.
Hey, man. Hey, but now it's just like now, like from a football aspect, let's leave the legal stuff. I'm gonna leave the legal stuff. What legal stuff that's a serious matter. But on the football aspect, even if everything she's saying is not true, let's just go there because we don't know. But let's say it's not true. At some point, your name being in the news and the NFL having to deal with it, the Chiefs will start looking at you. Are you that good of a player? So now what makes them not get them a receiver this year? And there's receivers to be had in this draft.
That's a fact. Especially where they're picking at I think it's 9th overall this year in the first round. You have your pick of let's just say, Jordan Tyson or Carnell Tate, one of them is off the board. Makai Lemon could be had.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Conception could be had. One of the best tight ends in the game, especially while Travis Kelce is mulling over his future. It's kind of deciding if you want to retire or not. Kenyon Sadiq, right there. Already being consensus top tight end one off the board. He could be had. So right now is not the time to make any mistakes. Especially, it's never a good time to make a mistake of this, of this gravity, right?
Yeah.
But on top of that, all jokes aside, man, I was reading a report earlier today that they were even saying in some league circles after that incident last year with the hit and run, in some circles they debated on even bringing him back in the league to begin with. It was like it's probably best that he stays out, because they only, it was already, you could have probably written it in ink, written it in stone that, hey, man, the only thing that's going there's another incident to come. There's more to come. There's probably more under wraps than we know, that we as a public that we know about. So just amongst ownership, I'm sure with that franchise, they probably had to deal with hell on their end too, just to kind of keep this train moving along. You try to try to bury all the headlines or the things that's reaching the office just because the talent is so immense, right?
Yeah.
But at some point, man, golly, brother, like help me out. Like you're not making this easy. And like I said, if any other organization, they're already debating like, hey, bro, don't even bring them back. Hey, we tried. We tried. You had a case of like Tyreek Hill a few years ago when he was with KC. Hey, eventually my boy, got it right for a few years. He was able to, kind of acclimate, be a professional, string a couple all Pro Bowl years together, kept his face out the news. He's like, okay, maybe we can do the same thing with Rasheed, but it's not looking like this car is turning around anytime soon, bro. Because just in the allegations alone from old girl, like this has been going on for some time. Like this isn't like a one-off incident. And mind you, these are all still so alleged. It's all allegations at this point. So I'm not damning them, but or convicting them. But
it just don't look
just
like
substantial, bro.
Even if half of it's true, it's just like, bro, why every all season
it's you.
This is back-to-back off season now.
It's always you.
Yeah. So, hey man, good luck to you, brother. Hope everything works.
I got 3 words. I already made my decision. If I was them, I'm like 3 words. Hang it up, brother. I'm sure this is probably gonna be the last time.
You think so?
This is the last time.
Think he done? You think it's like this is like he getting in trouble from this? He's gonna be out the league.
Hang it up. It's good, bro. Because let's be honest. That last incident could have went horrifically bad. You plead out of that one. This one is just you gonna be guilty you're gonna be doing life in social court.
Yeah.
If this come back, the wrong way. So no,
Man.
we're not taking that chance. There's talent that comes out every year in the draft. We'll be all right.
Well, speaking of hang it up, man, on Monday, some of these coaches.
All I had to do was ask for space.
Some of these coaches
I'm telling you beyond your
got that call. Who's had a
when I
title?
told you to fall back, so can you come pick up
Hey,
your clothes?
hey,
Meet me at the door.
It's still open.
I know it's getting close, but it's not.
yo, yo. Imagine you caught Raheem Morris at the red light after. Oh, my bad, cuz I turned it down. I'll turn it down. My bad.
Oh, my man was in his feelings, man. So let's get into some of these coaches' firings. Let's get into the early one, right? So you got the Giants got to open it because they fired Brian Daboll, 4 seasons, coaching record 20-40-1. This is what I be saying about NFL pundits and ESPN. This is why I don't like listening to ESPN. You'll hear everybody say for days, "Oh, Brian Daboll is a great coach. He's not in a great situation. Great coach. He's 20-40-1."
Yep.
Sometimes your record is who you are, right? You didn't develop a quarterback. Don't give me that Jackson Dart stuff because we don't know how that's going to go. You didn't develop a quarterback. The GM kept his job somehow. I don't know how that happened. But if I'm a Giants fan, hey, man, it was time. It was time.
Overdue.
It was actually last year was time.
Overdue, yeah.
But it's time. Then y'all let him draft a draft. The only thing I understand about NFL is, unlike baseball trades away players, and baseball like to think to the future, and they like to have a manager handle the future. I know it's more long-term in baseball because you got minor league stuff. I don't get, if I know I'm going to draft a quarterback, why did they fire? I don't understand why you don't fire people last year. Like when the Bears had their coach and they let him draft Caleb Williams. You knew they wasn't going to be good. So what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Brian Daboll out. NFC East maybe just got a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. But 20-40-1. Yes, you had that little playoff appearance. Just, hey, bro, it wasn't good, bro. It never looked good. Like, y'all can say that it looked good. Some people can, like, allude to themselves that look good. Besides that year that Saquon went off to help them look good, it never looked good. It never looked good. And you pissed off more of your good players than you kept. Because Xavier McKinney's out here. People forget that he left too. They didn't pay him either. And ain't he like third in the league in picks again?
Top 3 best safety in the league.
So you let that and Saquon walk out the door, and then you pay Daniel Jones, right? And now he's not there either. And he looks a hell of a lot better with the Colts before he got injured. So this whole offensive guru, quarterback guru, hey, bro, hit the road, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this about the Daboll situation. I said it was overdue, same as you. Like this could have been done last year. Especially after you see immediately after Saquon and Xavier leave the building, they go off and are on playoff contender teams, and they're heavy contributors on both of those teams. That could have been like, hey, from general manager's offices, like, damn, like, so we did give you the right pieces. Like, so what you're saying is that we did give you the right pieces, and we still ended up with a worse off result than our competitors had. Okay, cool. Then you add into the fact that there's always a late game collapse. They're inconsistent. They're inconsistent on offense, which was their calling card when you left Buffalo. We couldn't string together this firepower offense that that was pretty much your feather in your cap when you came here. That never came to fruition. All right, cool. Then my last and final point is that to me it was just never a good marriage between front office and the coaching staff, right? Like, for not for nothing, and I'm sure you may disagree, but not for nothing, bro. They have brung talent into that organization, bro. Like
Who?
I know Abdul. Listen, just follow me for a second.
If you about to say Abdul, you know what I'm about to say. You know that.
I wasn't gonna use it. I wasn't
That's
gonna use
a
that
that's a
Abdul because
freak ass bull, bro.
He's still my main. I wasn't gonna say him because he's still young and clearly he got some other thoughts in his head right now. He's a little bit preoccupied.
That boy, a wild boy, yo. That's a
Yeah.
wild man.
I just need him to be a little bit more focused on the field, man. And if we can get that same level of intensity that he does off the field and in the playbook, he can be a legend in 2 games. But I move off of that point. But the other talent that I'm mentioning is that you still got Cam Scatterbo, right? You still was able to bring Malik Neighbors into the building. Like you still was able to, even with the trade for Brian Burns, you still.
People say that Cam Scatterbo. You ain't all the way out on that. I hate how everybody talking about he like some all Pro Bowl running back.
Yeah, but before that,
because what you let walk out the door compared to what you got, Malik Neighbors is the only thing. Because you let 2 All Pros walk out the door.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, bro, you ain't gonna find too many. You ain't gonna have your shot at Saquon every year.
That Brian Burns was a good one though. Brian Burns.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I understand. Like Bijan and Jameer have came out since then, but we talking about like every once in a while chance at an all-star running back.
Cam Scatterbo give Peyton Hillis, and that lasted a year.
Show you how. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna move on. I ain't gonna say that. I think you know where I was going, but and there's a few others, right, that I'm probably missing right now, but they was able to bring some talent into the room right now. Given there's been some misses too, Evan Neal, there's been some other offensive linemen that they missed on, right, but again, that marriage between front office and coaching, it just seemed like it didn't mesh, right? For what the overarching goal was to be at least a competitor in the NFC East. In that time, we seen the Commanders take off. The Cowboys are always, either regular season champions or they sitting right in the middle of the pack at a 500 squad. Commanders, they got new life with Jaden Daniels, like, bro. And of course, the Eagles is been to the Super Bowl twice since Dayball's been there. So, what are we doing? Like I said, it's just overdue, bro. I just never seen them.
Hey man, you don't let talent walk out the door. And since you did,
pick up your clothes, I had them folded. Meet me at the
all that's cool. But you had talent. You had talent. You didn't have to draft, and you picked the quarterback because you're supposed to be a quarterback guru, and you picked Daniel Jones over Saquon and McKinney. Hey man, pick up your clothes at the door, bro. Put them in the trash bag, bro. Next one. This one is not surprising to me, but maybe surprising to some other folk. Raheem Morris is going up to 2 years, coaching record of 16-18. Not really surprised. And I'm gonna tell you why. Arthur Blank put a lot of trust in the GM and the head coach of Raheem Morris to spend the money and go put a team out there. And if you look at that team on paper, it's a damn good football team. It's a lot of good football players on that team. Now, the GM, I thought, shouldn't have got fired because that team is good. Like Pierce, both them rush guys hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got a good serviceable D tackle. AJ Terrell, one of the premier corners in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You had Bates, Jesse Bates, one of the premier safeties in the league. You got Kyle Pitts who's coming on. You had 2 quarterbacks. I don't disagree with the Penix getting the quarterback that you like. I don't disagree with that, but you also had Kirk Cousins. And Arthur Blank said, okay, I paid Kirk Cousins, and I'll let you trade up to go draft a quarterback. I think it was a good idea because I think it was a good move because, like I said before, when you're going to be good, you're never going to draft high again. So if you like somebody, sometimes you got to go get them. And that worked out. You got Drake London, you got Bijan, you got Algier. You got it. So I'm Arthur, but I'm looking at this roster. I'm paying this money. I have this roster. Forget going deep in the playoffs. This roster is better than an aging Bucks team, a young Panthers team, and a Saints team don't know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. We should have won this division back-to-back easily, and here we go with 2 back-to-back, basically 8 and 9 seasons. So that's why I wasn't surprised if Raheem Morris got fired. Kind of surprised about the GM. But I'm off the blank. I'm like, hey, yo, this needs to move in a different direction. Because I have too much talent that we done compiled here. Because like we done said it before, on paper, Atlanta's talent is a talented football team. And they show it. So if I got young talent, especially like with the Bijan and Algier, Kyle Pitts, now he's starting to come on. Drake London, a premier receiver, and we're gonna talk about more in off season that their receiver list starting to have to change a little bit this year. Just saying. But and then on defense, you hit with your rush in. Got a good D tackle. Can't think of his name. I'll give him a shout out. AJ Terrell. A lot of people don't know it, but it's probably your corner's favorite corner. Like he's a real legit corner, and Bates is a good safety. So is it coaching now? That's what it looks like. So what if I get another coach in here? Maybe we can at least win double-digit games and win a division. You know.
Man, I got 2 quick points on this, man. My main point is that I think this one was a little bit too soon, if you ask me. I do, bro. It's only 2 seasons, man, and like I said, I only got 2 quick points. Is that they're a young team, bro. They're a young team on both sides of the ball. You know, you just mentioned those edge rushers that, you know, started to show improve towards the end of the season. The corners start coming on. I think they hit on 2 safeties in this last draft. That dude, Xavier Watts, you know, he left Notre Dame and picked right up where he left off in college and was about sitting around, I want to say, somewhere between 5 and 7 interceptions this year. I don't have the stats in front of me. God forgive me. But Xavier Watts was a hit. The other safety that they picked up was a hit. Like, by all means, they spent the capital and it worked. But sometimes when those young teams, they gotta learn how to win first, bro. It's the same thing in like, you know, how you see in basketball. Sometimes they gotta learn how to win and do it together. You know what I mean? So in 2 seasons, I would have liked them I would like to see him at least give another shot at it. Because that leads me to my second point. Now you're going into 2026 with no first round pick. How attractive is that job vacancy? If you know what I'm saying, like with a question still at the quarterback position.
But see, that's the part that I don't get. I don't think it's a question at the quarterback position. The boy got hurt. The boy played, and Kirk played good. You got legit 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, okay, so you either rolling with...
And you're trying to win, and I'm going to say, I know I'm a Panthers fan, and we're going to get into the playoffs. You're trying to win the NFC South. Like, come on, bro. You're trying to win the South. You ain't winning, this ain't the North. It's the South.
I got you. But if my choices are the proven, sometimes off-kilter veteran in Kirk, and, you know, I don't really know exactly what I got in Michael Penix just yet. Like, as the saying goes, if you got 2 quarterbacks, you got no one. You got none. So, from that perspective, from that viewpoint, let's say Michael Penix, whoever the new coach is, maybe he don't care for Michael Penix the same way that Vance Joseph did or that staff did. You know, let's just say he's not his guy. It could just be as simple as that. So, when you're looking for your new head coach, like, damn, already I got this young group that I still got to coach up. I got questions if I'm gonna be bought into Michael Penix as the last coaching staff did, and then I don't have a full litany of picks like the coach is about to walk into the New York Jets. You know, it doesn't make it, or about the I forgot which other team had some picks, but I don't have the world at my feet pretty much. Like that, they can see this doesn't look too. It isn't the most attractive girl at the party, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I think sometimes I get the picks thing, but sometimes it's like having all these good young players that already played seasons are just as good as having picks. What's a better tight end coming out than Kyle Pitts? What's a better cornerback than AJ Terrell? What's a better receiver than Drake London? What's a better running back you gonna get than B. John Robinson? You got a young team on young contracts that are ready to go and can play. Now you got to coach them up, and it's the NFC South. The Carolina Panthers are young. The team that won the division was 8-9.
Yeah.
On paper, you was better than the Panthers for the past 2 years, and you beat the Bucks, but you couldn't beat nobody. You lost to the Saints and people that you weren't supposed to lose. You could have been like, I'm thinking off the blank, like we should have won a division one these years. Everybody, like the Saints are really like true rebuilding. The Bucks, older. That's your challenge. That's your challenge. The Panthers, last year wasn't worth a damn. This year, they're pretty good. They won the division at 8-9, still at 8-9. So I can see, I'm not saying I totally agree with it, but I can see how you can say, okay, what if I go get me a season coach? I.e., you got Harbaugh out here now, i.e., a season coach like her Jason Garrett name is moving around. At this point, maybe you need a coach teach them how to be pros and then get good coordinators. You see what I'm saying? You don't need nobody that got picks like an Oakland team. I don't think it's bad like an Oakland team who fired Pete Carroll, and that team ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying I'm not totally for it, but I'm not totally against it.
You can move on, but I just think they pulled the rug a little bit too soon. I would like to see this one because a lot of those games, even in that, as you got the coaching record up there, a lot of those games was late losses. They lost at the end, whether it's overtime, walk-off field goal.
But they say almost only is in hand grenades and what? Horseshoes?
Horseshoes, yes, sir.
And because of them losses, off the blank said?
Damn.
Pick up your clothes, I had them folded. Meet me at.
Damn.
Hey, man, it hurt me too. I'm going to tell you one that didn't hurt me. This mug right here, Kevin Stefanski. After 6 seasons, coaching record, 46 and 58. And this is another one. I don't know what Dan Orlowski was on ESPN. He got fired. Like, yeah, he's a high. He should get picked. Yo, them coaches of the years, I know he's going to be up there, but them coach of the years, when Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh had never won it, that tells you what coach of the year is. Kyle Shanahan is not going to probably win this year. And that's a damn good coaching job he did this year. You know what I'm saying? Liam Cohen's probably going to win coach of the year. But, Stefanski, what have you done? Now, the only thing that you can give a caveat for Stefanski was the Deshaun Watson trade. Yes, one of the worst trades in NFL history. Not because, and I hate everybody to have a vision of history, all your other teams would have did it too. It just didn't work out. Deshaun Watson was 27, like an all-pro quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he had some legal issues. I would have gave up the house for it too. You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all wasn't really watching football back then. What he did? He only played with D-Hop for 2 years, y'all. He only played with D-Hop in the Texans for 2 years.
Yeah, they don't know Houston Deshaun like that. They only know almost know.
So it didn't work out.
Yeah,
it didn't work out. So now, I think their biggest thing, I do like they kept the GM. I think the GM, them rookies hit. You can say the quarterbacks didn't hit, but everybody else hit. You know what I'm saying? The linebacker probably might be defensive player of the year. Fanning is the truth. I like Isaiah Bond. I like Dylan Sampson and Quinshawn. Mason Graham came on strong at the end of the year. Started really getting in his role of what he needs to do at D tackle for that team. They still got a lot of picks this year to work with to move around, do something. I kind of trust Barry to make the good picks for whatever coach he picks. You know what I'm saying? Whatever coach they pick. But I think with Stefanski, man, just time, bro. And this year, just the way you control things as a manager of a team and leader of men, you just didn't control the narrative right. You had us in the news too much. It looked crazy. And it was time, bro. It was time.
Yeah, again, bad marriage between front office and coaching staff, bro. Like, this was a damn watching a house on fire. and you just could not look away. It was just bad from get-go. Like, even before, this year with Shador and merry-go-round of quarterbacks. Even the criticism that they caught just bringing Deshaun Watson in, it was enough. But you want to talk about a front office that can say, "Bruh, you just dropped the ball," because that team was always loaded with talent. From your Grant Delpits down to your Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoras, you still had a Denzel Ward in his prime, Myles Garrett still crushing. Like even on the offensive side of the ball, you bring in Jerry Judy, Harold Fink. You just name all them guys, like bro.
Can we stop saying Jerry Judy as a weapon?
But I was saying, bro, like I think I don't have it in front of me right now, but I would even like to say they caught like the back end of like Odell Beckham during this time, or like Jarvis Landry during this.
Amari Cooper was in there.
Amari Cooper wasted his career, the end of his career, bro. Like, what I'm saying? They had all of the fixings, bro. You know what I'm saying? To really be it. But again, something just didn't turn over. You just couldn't get out of your own way, and made bad decisions. And it doesn't help as a coach. You stuck between a rock and a hard place because ownership is starting to stick their nose in the public too. And
you thought a damn near 40-plus-year-old quarterback was going to lead you to the promised land this year. That right there was a fireable offense for me. You should have been started the young Bulls, because I think if you started, I know I'm about to get some haters, but if you had started the young Bulls, got Dylan out the way early, you might have won more games. Like, say what you want to say about us, he wins. He wins. When you need a drive, one game you gave away. The other game he won. When you need to drive, Shador got you down there.
That's what I'm saying. It's a rock and a hard place situation, bro. Because it's like right now he's carrying the bag for no. We just don't like him. We just don't like Shador like that. He has to carry that bag because he's the one that's always speaking to the media. How we don't know the conversations that happen behind closed doors. When it comes time for can we just give the kid a shot? You know, like you don't know who is actually rooting for him in that back office. We just don't know. But instead, we got this half partial coach that didn't know which way to go, who to choose. He was always, there's always a quarterback he had to get ready for the next week. And, the team ain't all bought in. Half the locker room is voting for this quarterback. Half the locker room want to go here. But it was just, it was bound to fail. There was no foundation there. So, put up a good fight, 6 seasons, but I think it's time to let it go. I think it's time to let it go.
Pick up your clothes, I had them folded. Meet me at the door.
Let them go. I mean, this one right here, this one might, y'all OD coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, after 3 seasons. Coaching record of 15-36. Just couldn't never get enough talent, seemed like, or talent to perform. I think this year what killed them, that Connor going down, all the running backs getting hurt.
Hey, yo.
What?
My bad.
Oh.
My bad. I watched the game too. My bad. I just disturbed a live podcast. My bad.
Yeah. Thanks, Kenny. all the run. I think all those running backs getting hurt them. I think the running backs for the Cardinals really hurt him because Jacoby Brissett played good, but they couldn't run the ball. They could not run the football. Trey McBride, boy, that's probably one of the best tight ends in the league. Marvin Harrison Jr. ain't really came on yet. Kyler was in and out the lineup, hurt. Defense was decent, not great, but it was just, I think he got caught up in, okay, we about to move on from Kyler from Murray most likely. And we about to start fresh. I think the Cardinals about to have a whole rebuild. So I think he got caught saying, hey, it was 3 seasons, this didn't work out. We about to blow this thing up. Let's start over fresh with a new coach.
Bruh, it hurts when your damn first-round picks ain't acting like first-round picks. We mentioned Kyler, mentioned Marvin Harrison, but I throw you Zayvon Collins, a linebacker that they picked that didn't work out. But it's just like, when your first-rounders ain't working out, you're pretty much doomed. So all it really turns out to be is that you down there in Arizona stealing for the past 3 seasons. It's the same as the coaches that go out to the Raiders. Like hey, if you want to take a little walk off year, go do it for the Raiders. Now go do it for the Cardinals. Because you ain't really offering nothing. You playing in one of the toughest divisions in football. And you
It
really gonna be
seemed like
fighting
they
up.
was
You
like
be fighting up. You fighting an uphill battle every
it
year.
seemed like they was like just like an injury that messed them up, or like they don't seem like they far away. It seems like they just don't got enough. Like they need like maybe 2 more impact players. Because McBride is nice. You know what I'm saying? They never could find a running back though. I don't know why they didn't prioritize trying to find a running back to slow the game down.
But I don't. But even in that, bro, I don't really hate the fact that James Conner is your lead back. I don't hate that.
Yeah, but he's older too though. Like they never said, "Let me go get a young back," especially last year when it was a ton of running backs.
Hey, brother, you trying to address running back on a team that has a litany of issues,
They hit on their
right?
DB. I mean, Will.
Right? Yeah, and they have hit. You know what I'm saying? Will Johnson, right? But they have hit on other players, like even this D tackle that they got in last year's draft. He got star potential. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you're hitting on some picks, but at the same time, your former picks ain't really, ain't really carrying the weight. They ain't carrying their weight as vets, as being that example. And yes, I'm looking at Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't got command of that locker room. He ain't being he ain't being a team captain. You know what I'm saying? Why he really have full faith when we show up to the field on Sunday. So that's why you got to constantly bring in a Jadeveon Clowney, a Josh Sweat, a Calais Campbell, somebody that's going, be an impact and kind of fill in that veteran leadership that you're missing. Because if it's just flowing from the coaching staff, it ain't always going to connect.
Yeah.
So again, now you just look like a scam in Arizona because again, there's no cohesion there. There's no cohesion.
Yeah, but like for him, I do think he'll have a coordinator job next year. I think he'll be back on the East Coast. Maybe not with y'all because y'all got Vic Fangio, but
We good.
The Commanders got rid of their defensive coordinator.
I love to see it. I love to see it.
You know what I'm saying? Might be back with the Commanders. You never know. But for now,
Pick up your clothes, I had them folded. Leave me at the door.
hey man, it is what it is, man. Gotta win games, bro. No, it's a theme to this. All these jokers have losing records. Let's get into some of the head coach that got fired is more a little bit better established. Mike McDaniels at the 4 seasons, coaching record of 35-33, had that playoff appearance. This one I get. I don't think it's all Mike McDaniels' fault. I think they knew who they brought in, but I think the quarterback play went down, injuries hit. I think it's just now it's like, hey, we spent the money, we kind of went to try to win now. It didn't really work out. And it's kind of like, do we really trust McDaniel to lead a team of young players? And not saying that the Dolphins organization thought this is me thinking for them. I don't know if you want to have McDaniels as your quarterback your head coach for a team of young players if you're about to go that route. I think if you have an established team of vets, know what they're doing, and I'm gonna get into that by him being the OC somewhere. But if he got everything that's there, he need to call the plays. Good. Now it's the time now where you got to make some tough decisions. Are you gonna get rid of Tariq? Are you gonna move on from Tua, Waddle? Moved on from a lot of that defense. You try to, throw a shot at it. Try to see if you can win. Maybe get to a Super Bowl at least. Didn't really work out. I don't think it's all a failure. I think it's just time. It's just time. Time came up. Time to move on. and go a different direction if you a Dolphins fan or Dolphin team. They about to go a lot. They about to go younger, y'all. They about to go. They see how far away they are from the Patriots and the Bills, and there's no need of keeping that aging roster together if you're that far away, in my opinion. I'm not saying that the Dolphins thought of that. I'm just saying you can see the gap between you and the Bills, and there's no need to keep paying all that high price if you're that far away.
Yeah. This is actually different than some of the other coaches that we've been talking about because he actually got everything that he wanted. He literally sculpted that offense to fit his type of style. Uh, you got your Devin and Shane, you got your Jalen Waddles, your Tyreeks, uh, you got an embarrassment of, free agent signings. There's a time when Jalen Ramsey was down there. Like you, you got some speed rushes off the edge. Your Bradley Chubbs got traded there. Like, bro, you got everything you went to their front office and asked for. You was averaging about 80 to 90% on all your requests. What I'm saying? Miami front office did what they could to make you successful. And it led to 2 playoff appearances. So yeah, your leash was extended a little bit. But at the end of the day, when it came time to win, it did not correlate, bro. It did not correlate. So
dang, another touchdown.
Okay, and bro, I've been trying to focus. we got a damn classic going on. But go ahead, bro.
But now it's just like it's sure they always got figured out towards the end of the year. They start off hot and then people will figure them out towards their offense out during the end of the year.
Can't predict.
Can't predictable. Not like I said, it's just you're not close to the Bills and the Patriots. So why I'm gonna keep paying $100 million here, $100 million there, all these players, and we're so far away. Have a high payroll for what? Might as well get some draft picks, trade away, get some draft picks. Let's start this thing over.
Yeah, but for both sides, this is probably the most equitable, firing. Because not only with Mike McDaniel's leaving, the GM is leaving as well. McDaniel's still got that Shanahan stamp, so he's gonna be good in these streets. And even with Miami, they can do a damn salary dump and they'll be all right. And hopefully they'll get a coach that comes in there, that still has faith in Tua. Well, he gonna have to because they're still locked into that contract. That contract is you gonna have to have a hard sell. It's gonna be a hard sell.
I think you might. I think Tua is not coming back. I don't think Tua. I think they're about to move on. I really do.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to have a buyer too. It's not just.
It's some teams out here that really need a quarterback. Just a feasible quarterback.
Yeah, you're gonna need a buyer.
Now you might not get what you think for him,
right?
But it's gonna be somebody that's gonna want to.
Yeah,
but he is a great play caller, and I've been hearing a lot of rumblings from a part that the team that's still playing in the playoffs, which is crazy because they won win like 12 games this year. 11, but it's a lot of people saying he can come on up 95.
I've seen that. I've seen that discourse too. I don't really like it for the fit of Philly. I think you get caught on to the fact that he got this high flying offensive scheme. I get that part, but with the idea that AJ Brown is still in that room and Jalen Hurts is still in their offensive room, I think it's too much. Too much testosterone, bro. I think they'll run over him, bro. I honestly think they'll run over Mike McDaniel. You literally need somebody a little bit a more sager, wiser coach, somebody with tenure to come in and be coordinators. I think that's what fixed our defense. I'm hoping for somebody of that same ilk to fix our offense, bro. Somebody ain't really gonna take too much lip. They ain't gonna take too much, do too many like back and forth, bro. Because we got some strong personalities in Philly. And if the players in the locker room don't kill you, then for damn sure the media team, the news that surrounds the city is gonna crush you. So you got to have tough skin, and that's not something that I've seen from McDaniel's, even in a market like Miami. Even in this last season where it was kind of like the writing was on the wall, you can kind of start seeing him like starting to fade, to the back of the room. Not really that much for conversation, not really being that public facing. It just seemed like he was starting to, he just wanted to hide underneath a rock sometimes. And I think if that market can make you crumble, that's like putting blood in the water in Philly, bro. Because our journalists don't let up. So
Hey,
I just I don't see that working out. That's just me though.
I get it, but you know what I'm saying? He might be in Philly, he might be in Tennessee, but he might be at home. But on Monday, he had to
Pick up your clothes, I had them folded.
Yeah.
Meet me at the door.
So, you know what I'm saying? Got to go. The last one, man. Surprising to some, not surprising to others. John Harbaugh, 18 seasons with the Baltimore Ravens. A record of 180, 113, and won in a Super Bowl championship in 2013. This one is just, we need a new, maybe it's time we need a new voice.
Yeah.
Not that you can't coach, not that you can't come next year and win a division, not that you don't know how to evaluate talent, not none of that. It's just like, hey, kind of like how y'all with Andy Reid. It just became, it was time.
Yeah.
It was time.
Start to get stale. Start to get stale.
Like I said, I think he has a job if he wants it this cycle. I definitely think he has a job if he wants it this cycle. But can't really say it was a disaster. It was never like consistent. I think also because that what you have on paper, everybody said that team is so good on paper. Yes, on paper they look good, but it wasn't good on the field. What was on paper didn't show on the field. They have no pass rusher. Lamar was injured this year. I think in some big games, he let some of his coordinators fail him. Like I think in some of them AFC games, like against the Chiefs, why you didn't run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes some games the team kind of fell apart in big moments. Fumbles, drop passes, offensive coordinator not running the ball with the best rusher in the league.
Right.
It was a lot going on with that. And I know all that's gonna fall on Lamar. I know people say, "Oh, Lamar this, Lamar that." But if you look at some of the pass attempts in some of them games, he shouldn't have been passing the ball that much anyway. But John Harbaugh, hey, will go down as one of the Ravens' great coaches. I mean, I hope he don't get treated how Philly fans treat their people. I hope the Ravens would embrace him, still embrace him as even when he moves on, then when he retires and comes back. But I mean, you can't really be mad at it. Won a bunch of division titles, won a Super Bowl, winning record, always contending.
Yeah.
Stayed with talent coming in. Just at some point, hey, it's time for a new voice.
Yeah, Brian. I ain't even got too many talking points with this one. It was shocking, but I think it's just that they chose Lamar and the future of that team, being led underneath for a different voice. That's it. I don't think it has nothing to do with Harbaugh, because he was largely successful during his tenure in Baltimore, bro. Um, and what comes with success, being a successful team, is that there's gonna be a lot of turnover with your coordinators. We're even seeing that this year with the coach in Seattle. That was just formerly underneath his staff, bro. Like so, not only in just this past season, but over the years. I mean, you're talking about 18 seasons, bro. Like, and being successful, you're gonna get poached for coordinators. If not every year, every other year. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get that staff's gonna get poached continuously. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be the mainstay in that organization, in that locker room, and you was able to do that at a high functioning level for the past 18 seasons. Now, again, with that, the same get up and go speech may not work every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like some of those games start to get away from you, or it start to crumble at the seam. And I think it was the same thing that happened in Philly when it was time for Andy to leave. It was just like it's time to take a new direction, and it had nothing to do with like it was with no transgressions that Andy left Philly, in my eyes at least. It was like, hey, I was like, it was like you had like I think his last season was like 4-12 or something like that. It was like, all right, bro. It's starting when it starts to appear that you're losing the team, that you're losing the locker room, and it's not because you failed them. It's just like, nah, it's you just need a change. It has more so to do with a change, like just needing a change or a different voice than it does have to do with your overall performance because we know who you are as a coach.
Yeah, and it could work out for them just like for Baltimore fans, like it worked out for the Eagles fans. Hey, Andy Reid moved on, won 3 championships, y'all won 2. You know what I'm saying?
I heard the shade. You keep in mind we've been to 3. You know what I'm saying? I heard the shade.
He won 3 though.
Yeah, but we've been to 3.
Did he beat y'all too?
Yeah. Hey, brother, stick to what's happening in North Carolina. What's happening with Panthers?
But like I said, it could work out for both. But sometimes I know it was a lot of them. I know you had to back the Brinks truck up, but on Monday he had to
pick up your clothes.
There's a lot of clothes too. A lot of things had to get poured.
You ever had to move? Imagine moving out your house after living there for 18 years. You know how many stuff you hoarded?
A lot of old sauce packets in the back of the desk. You know what I'm saying? Found like an old picture, old hard drive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff was in there. I'm just saying, but that is, the coaches. You know what I'm saying? Probably see some hirings coming up soon, so then we'll get into that when it happens. But hey man, coaching this NFL game ain't no joke. Some people get not many people get 18 seasons. You saw everybody else on there with 2, 3. What else we saw? Pete Carroll got fired after 1 year.
Yeah, but I think we knew what that was. With Pete Carroll, bro, it's like, all right, man, you need you need just like a face for a season because they didn't really have no legitimate reason to get rid of Aaron Pierce, bro. It was just like, or it's not Aaron Pierce, excuse me, Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, it was.
It's just like we're just throwing stuff at the wall now.
Yeah, this is a classic football game right here.
I can't just say one thing. This kid Malachi Tony is great. Like he's awesome. He is awesome. I'm watching like a legend right now.
Yeah. Speaking of, so we can switch to college real quick, man. lot of money been getting poured around because some people said, hold on.
And I found out I can't have one. Go ahead and leave, baby. It's one thing.
Some of these boys found
out I can't have one woman, gotta have 3. One woman just.
Some people out here just making tons of money through this portal. The money that's being thrown in this portal with some of these quarterbacks, I saw some of these running back deals that got signed. I ain't gonna lie. If I was after the season was over, baby, I'm out. I'm on the market. I'm leaving, bro. I'm like, we ain't got to get too much into it. This is the portal. We'll talk about it another day because we're running behind on time. I'm going to get to the playoffs. But, I mean, I heard the boy from Texas Tech signed that guy from Cincinnati for $5 million. Like, this is my question, and then we can move on. At what point does it be like, if he's that good, is he just that good in college?
Yeah.
Because if he's that good, then why is he not going to pro? If he's worth $5 million.
I think he's good enough to win this conference. I think he's good enough to get me a playoff appearance. And if you're good enough to get me a playoff appearance, that's all the money I need to justify this money I'm about to throw you. Because the money we about to get on the back end as an institution is well worth it. it's well worth it. And what we're learning, from this past season or even the year before, is that as long as we can get in the dance, as, as long as we can get in the dance, we are as good as gold. Because these players, they don't, we're not those days of tradition and playing for,
Hey,
and
your
playing.
camera went out, big
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, I got you. I
Okay.
got you. My April. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
But
All
those days of tradition and playing for a storied organization, that's over. It's old news. But if we can stay amongst that crowd, amongst that playoff contender team, we're good to go. And that's all we're bidding for. That's all we're really bidding for, bro. Because that separation of talent is no longer there. We just saw the emergence of Texas Tech in the season. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if
So I mean, it just we'll get into it more maybe on another episode. But I just had to talk about a little bit, man. The money that's being thrown around to these young kids is something.
man, you hear about your boy over there in Washington?
He decided he left, and then they was about to sue him, and he decided to come back. He signed a contract, like a 2-year contract for something I heard.
Yeah, bro. Boy, tried to jump in that transfer portal like it was sweet. They was like, ooh, real quick, real quick. this was gonna happen if you stay with that player, bro. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get super ugly.
Yeah, man. It's a weird world for college football right now. That's why I don't even like the all-season stuff, man.
Yeah, they said your boy Lane Kiffin, that boy Lane was trying to get him out there. We're trying to pluck him in the transfer portal.
Sound like some shit Lane do. Make somebody jump in the portal after already signing. Let's get to the NFL. Let's get into these playoffs, man. First one off the gate, man. Niners and Eagles Sunday. I think it's on Fox. 4:30 p.m. Eagles are 5-point favorites, basically right under a touchdown favorites. I would love this matchup if the 49ers were fully healthy. I would love this matchup if they were healthy. I don't think y'all offense is going to get any better, but I do have a lot of faith in your defense and Jalen Carter making that defense better. That I think y'all win this game with a banged up Niners team, which again, Shanahan should be considered coach of the year for what he's done with this team. And Saleh, I can see why he. Yeah, that's a good throw. Carson Beck out here might be making himself some money. Robert Saleh should be getting coaching looks again for what he's done with that defense with
I would say so.
Next player up, next player up, next player up. Purdy is playing good, but Trent might be out. Ricky might be out. That's a lot.
It's tough.
That's a lot. Tough. Now, I do see it being a close game because I don't think y'all will put points up on them like that. I'm just keeping it buck. But I do think y'all just outlast them. I'm gonna say by a touchdown. Yeah, I'm gonna say 27-20. Y'all. I think the Niners still find. I think Kyle Shanahan, this is what he can scheme up, still finds a way to score some points on y'all. And I'm gonna say close game, 27-20. Eagles win and move on.
Yeah, I got it 2017 Eagles. And that's with a late touchdown and the Eagles having to convert on like a third down to keep the ball so they can keep the clock running. You kind of hit on the major points. The Niners just beat the hell up, bro. They beat the hell up. And this could honestly be one of those ones, but especially if they was working at full health, I would have this score completely different if they was at full health. I might have us with a first round exit if I'm being honest. But with the injury bug that they got bit with, bro, it's gonna be hard for even Brock Purdy to put up a fighting chance, bro. And especially what they showed against Seattle at the end of the season.
It showed it was getting beat. Like it showed the team didn't have all their weapons.
Exactly. And they was worse for wear. And that's really all I was gonna say, bro. They were just getting worse for wear because there's only so many there's only so many backups that until we stop looking like ourselves. But just to go, they don't let Eagles off the hook neither, because it's not at this point in the year, bro. It ain't no light switch that's gonna come on for that offense, bro. That Eagles offense ain't nothing different gonna happen. Yeah, it might look a little bit better with Lane Johnson being back. We might have a 5-yard run instead of a 2-yard run. But as far as the scheme as a whole, I don't expect too much different. That type of change only happens in the off season, and I'm praying that's the biggest addition that we can make, and that's an addition by subtraction. Get that boy Patulo out of here.
Yeah. So I got the Eagles moving on. Close game. I think it's going to be an interesting game, but like I said, too much to overcome. Let's go. What we got next? Chargers, Patriots. Oh, touchdown. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's 30-27. Miami, 18 seconds. Hey, man. Hey, pause this real quick. But pause. I'm gonna bring it back talking about NFL playoffs. But didn't I tell you, hey, bro, the other time, hey, all y'all on TikTok that be watching, hey, go back to my post. Because who I said was gonna make the championship, who I said was gonna make a run. When we started talking about it before anybody played, I said, hey, Miami was my best team in the year earlier in the year. And I said, I can see Miami going on the run. I'm gonna say. But they ain't gonna show me love on TikTok. It's always like podcast equipment to it. Hey, y'all showed the hate when I before, but it look like they about to make it to the championship game.
Yeah, don't worry. We just gonna be right, bro. We just gonna keep being right. Like I said, like I was trying, like earlier today, I was trying to find a clip about what I said about the Panthers. And like before the season started, I could not find it, bro. I swear I was trying to find that clip. For the life of me, I could not find it.
Yeah,
but
I'm just keep it a buck. I said Miami is a team that can make a run. They're playing some really good football down the stretch.
Yeah, we just gonna keep being right. TikTok will keep saying
y'all know what y'all talking about.
Keep saying that we living up to our name, so it's whatever, bro.
Yeah, let's get back to it though. Chargers versus Patriots Sunday, 8 p.m. The Patriots are 3.5-point favorites. Oh, this is the game. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to call. Do you believe in the Patriots going in the playoff season? Do I believe in Mike Vrabel? Yes. Do I believe in that young team, and Drake May? I don't know. Don't know. The Chargers, say what you want to say about Justin Herbert. He been getting hit a lot, offensive line, but they found a way to win football games. They beat a lot of good teams this year. Talented defense. Khalil Mack is found a fountain of youth this year.
Yeah.
Derwin James is playing. He's healthy for a full season, playing great.
Finally. Thank you.
So really good defense at the Chargers. It's a tough one, but I'm going to say the Chargers win this game. In the Cinderella season of the Patriots. I'm going to say Patriots had a great year, but I'm going to say Chargers win this game. I'm going to go 2017. Late field goal. Justin Herbert takes him down on a late drive, late field goal. And this is a lot for me to say this because playoff Justin Herbert, y'all talking about Lamar. Playoff Justin Herbert is nasty.
Come on.
It's nasty. But I'm going to go, he gets that monkey. I think John Harbaugh got him making good decisions. With that offense, they got Amari Hampton. I think he's back healthy, right?
Yeah.
Got your receivers. Go 2017 Chargers over the Patriots.
I got the Patriots making it out the first round. I can't do that. Now that's to be said that I understand the step up in competition, and it's different than what the Patriots have seen all season, right? But when the Patriots did have to see competition this season, it kind of looked like they didn't know which way to go. Especially like I kind of remember that Buffalo game, and it was just like, what the hell is happening? What am I supposed to do? So I imagine there would be some glitches, some hesitancy, some inhibitions, on Drake May's part because this is his first playoff appearance, right?
Yeah.
So I do expect the lights being a little bit brighter. You're playing on Sunday night. Is just the intensity alone is going to bring out something different. But for the person that has been there, I haven't. He's going to have to show me something completely different for me to believe in him. And I'm talking about Justin Herbert. Like, on this stage, bro, I haven't seen nothing that convincing. At this point in his career, it's gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna get the Chargers the edge. So at the end of the day, when I talk about the two factors that can still win you ball games, defense and running the ball, if they play to their cornerstones. Speaking about the Patriots, they can win this game. And with all that being said, I can easily see this game being 27-13 Patriots.
Okay. Hey man, this is gonna be. We're gonna see. I think it's gonna answer a lot of questions either way of one of the teams. What's next? Hey, here we go. Rams versus Panthers Saturday, 4:30. They got the Rams a 10.5 point favorite against the Panthers at home. Jesus Christ. The disrespect is heavy. The
10.5
at home.
Damn.
2015, 10 years ago, we made a Super Bowl run. 2015 team is going to be there. Cam Newton is going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Bang the drum for keep pounding, man. 10 years ago, hey, took a team to the Super Bowl. Didn't get the job done in the Super Bowl. We had a great year. MVP took a team to the Super Bowl, man. And, but this year's team ain't that team at all. Down the stretch have not looked good. Bryce Young has not looked good. We don't run the ball as effective. This whole swapping out Chuba, Rico, not really going with the hot hand, just trying to split the carries, not really working and putting a lot of stress on the defense. We did beat the Rams earlier in the year.
Yeah.
We did do that, but I like this 10-point spread. I'm a Panthers fan, but I'm going to speak real about it. I want my Panthers to win, but I think the Rams win this, and I don't think it's close. I think they beat us 31-17, 34-17. I think they kind of end the season. Hey, we won the 8 games with the young boys. Terrell McMillan could be Offensive Rookie of the Year if Tyler Shuck doesn't get it. But I don't see this one being close. I think they're gonna kind of end the season.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this as a bid of my shocker of the week. Right? This is gonna be my early bid. All right. So in that first game, I understand it was like 2 pick sixes, uh, some other turnovers that happened. It was just like if there was a time for Matt Stafford to have a bad game, he certainly had a bad game. And that's not only just him, that's with others on that team as well that had a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, with turnovers it's not just a one-sided factor for why those things happen. That Panthers defense came to play. And I'm gonna keep standing behind a statement that I made earlier, or should I say last year now, but earlier in this pod, is that Panthers have one of the best cornerback duos in the NFL. There's a reason why they make life hard. That they made life hard for Matt Stafford and for Puka and for I don't remember if Devontae played that game, but it's a reason why they made that offense look a little different that Sunday. So sticking to those same items, bro. I'm gonna pull. This is my shocker of Wild Card Weekend. I got the Panthers winning in a walk-off field goal, bro. Walk-off field goal, 24-21.
They haven't showed that Panthers team in a long time, in about like the past 3 weeks. That's why I came down to the Falcons having to beat the Saints. They haven't showed that team in a long time. That offense hasn't shown itself in a long time. So we'll see. I mean, you might have more faith than me, bro. More faith. Let's see here. What's next? Monday night game, the Texans versus the Steelers. Monday night, I think this game's on ESPN. They got Houston as 3-point favorites. On this one, I got the Texans winning. And I think they make things real difficult for Aaron Rodgers with their front four. I think long as CJ Stroud doesn't turn the ball over, I think they have a hard time scoring. I got this game 24-10 Texans. Move on in Pittsburgh. Another winning season for Mike Tomlin, another early exit.
Yeah. No, we ain't got to spend too much time on this game. or belabor the point. Dog walk. I got this is if I had my shocker with our last game selection, this is my dog walk of the week or my BTA of the week. I think the Texans are going to roast the Steelers, bro, on Monday. And I know that sounds harsh from our Steelers fans that listen to us, but the same things that make you laugh will make you cry. So although it was a valiant effort, and we started to see some of that youth from Aaron Rodgers during last week during that Ravens game, I think it's going to be all for naught when they play the Texans. It's a different caliber of team here. I'm not saying that the Texans are going to go all the way. We'll see how the matchups play out, but I just have the Texans as being head and shoulders above the Steelers in this matchup.
Yeah, I think we both agree this one ain't
really. This might end up being 31-10, 31-13.
This is the one. This is interesting to me. I think the winner of this game, Bills versus Jags, Sunday, 1 p.m. Buffalo is a 1.5 point favorite, basically a toss-up. I think the winner of this game represents the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, good pick.
And I think it's going to be the Bills. I think the Bills go there. James Cook, the leading rusher, rushing title. If they run the football early and they keep running the football and don't try to just make Josh Allen play hero ball, I think the Bills win this. And I truly believe the winner of this game, whether the Jags or the Bills, from what I've seen this season, are going to be the team that represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. But I got Bills high scoring game. I'm going to say 38-34. I think both quarterbacks come to play.
I'd say, man, you can call me bandwagon. I don't care. I got the Jags winning this game, bro. I ain't even going to hold you. For those that have been watching and for those that know, they know. Bruh, the Jags can score. They can score at a high clip. There's a reason why that boy Liam Cohen is a favorite to win the Coach of the Year, bro. Talk about a shot in the arm. Yeah. And not only that can they score, but their defense been putting up good numbers too. Hella turnovers. You know what I'm saying? The production they get out of their linebackers this year, different. You know what I'm saying? The pass rushers getting home. You know what I'm saying? Snuff out the run. Travis Etienne is playing different. Right? It's like everything that they needed to work is working. So, and they got a hot hand. So watch out. What was that? 2016, 2017 Jags. This Jags team looked good too. So I got the Jags, handily winning this game.
Handily
winning this game.
I was watching the daggone Miami win this game, but you said handily win this game?
2 touchdowns.
If they do that, then they definitely could beat the team. But I do think which one of these teams is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I truly do. Last one. Bears-Packers, Saturday, 8 p.m. Green Bay is a 1.5 point favorite. I think the Bears are going to – it's hard. Hey, let me get this out of the way. Paying the team three times is hard. Beating the team, I think the Bears beat them twice already, right?
Yeah. One for Love, one for Malik Willis, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to beat the team 3 times. If they beat them twice already. But this is hard to play a known team, NFC North, division game, basically, another extra division game. I think it's going to be a nasty game or ugly game, but I think the Bears the way the Bears are playing better football now.
Correction. They split.
So they split. So this is like
they beat them with Malik Willis, but Jordan Love won the first game.
Yeah, they split. I think it's going to be a nasty game. They know each other very well. They know what each other want to do. I'm gonna go low scoring game. Couple of turnovers in this game. I think it's gonna be 20. I want to say 17-10, but I think it'll be that low score. I'm gonna say 24-21. And I think they start getting on. They start playing better towards the end. But the first half is gonna be like a fill them out, see what each team is really trying to accomplish. The Bears want to run the ball. How healthy is Josh Jacobs? Can Jordan Love not turn the ball over? Can Caleb Williams take care of the ball? It's going to be a lot of, you know what I'm saying, give and take, give and take. But I think the Bears pulled this out 24-21. This is a really good Bears defense too, and that very opportunistic that turned people over. So I'm gonna say Bears 24-21.
One thing you can bet on, brother, that this game is gonna be within a touchdown. You can, if you had to set any money line, that's the only thing I would say for certain that this game is gonna be within a touchdown. I'm not even confident in who I got picking, but I'm gonna just say the Bears gonna win it. My score is 27-23. That's with a late shot at a touchdown that that just felt incomplete, or a throw that went too far overhead and wasn't able to stay in bounds. Like it's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be a nail biter towards the end. Um, I don't see nothing that just leans too hard favorites in one direction. Anthony mentioned trying to play the same opponent 3 times. Divisional rivals already is enough built into it where it's gonna make it a tough game, bro. So half-heartedly, I'm gonna say the Bears, 27-23.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so we talked about all the matchups. Then, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all my Super Bowl contender. I think it's gonna be Seattle versus the Bills. I don't know who's gonna win that game, but I think Seattle. I'm more confident in the Bills making it than I am Seattle, only because the defense is great, but Sam Darnold will turn the ball. But just in that NFC, I think like Seattle's playing the best football. I can definitely see a Rams team getting back there again with all their weapons. My least likely to make the Super Bowl, of course, is my Panthers. I think right above them is the Eagles. I don't think the Patriots or Chargers. I think the Patriots are going to lose to the Chargers. But my Super Bowl prediction is we'll see Seattle playing Buffalo in LA for the Super Bowl this year. That's who I got.
Okay, all right. You got a lot more faith in Buffalo than I do. All right, like I told you, I got them out week 1. So.
But like I said, but I also said whoever wins that game, like out of the AFC, right?
Yeah.
Do you really believe in the Broncos and Bo Nix?
I do.
Defense is great. I don't. Bo has great games this year. He's not consistent like he was last year. This little bit more. This year is either really good or really bad. That's why I said. And then who else is there? The Texans and Steelers.
Jags. Texans. Keep forgetting about the Jags. I think the Jags are good.
No, that's why I said I'm comparing all the other teams between that matchup between the Bills and the Jags. That's why I said whoever wins that game, that's you and me.
Who's you, brother?
I'm on my wife's computer. Anyway,
come pick up your
this is what I will say. Talking to somebody. I don't know. It's about to turn to a whole different podcast.
Hey, brother, go ahead and wrap. Hey, just want to say thanks for tuning in. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and wrap us up, bro. We ain't got to belabor it. Go ahead.
But the Jags.
Like, share, subscribe.
Between the Jags and the Bills, I think them are the 2 best teams in the AFC right now. They're playing the best, in my opinion. That's why you say the Jags. I'm saying the Bills. So whoever wins this game, we basically saying going to be in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And for the NFC, it's going to be somebody from the NFC West. This is going to be Seattle and the Rams. That's the only teams I really believe in. I'm sorry. I don't believe in 49ers are banged up. The 49ers just had Trent and Ricky back. I would say the 49ers. But y'all offense, that defense can't carry y'all. It's going to be a game where you got to score.
Yeah.
The Panthers, young, man. You know what I'm saying? Who I'm forgetting? The Packers, Bears, So NFC West team is going to be in the Super Bowl. This is going to be Seattle or the Rams, in my opinion.
I gotta look at the playoff bracket again, but if if it broke, if the playoff bracket broke for the NFC, where the Eagles, let's say, beat the Niners, and they gotta play the winner of the Bears and the Packers,
Yeah.
and they gotta survive that round. If they survive, if the Eagles survive those 2 rounds, I like my chances against Seattle. I like my out of all of the teams, honestly, in the NFC, like you said, I'm the same way. With the Bears being a wild card, I think the Bears can make it to the NFC Championship. Honestly, because they can run the ball.
In the NFC Championship, I got Bears in Seattle. I think that's how it will fall. I got Bears, Seattle, and then I got Bills. I got to see how it will fall, but I want to say I don't know the NFC. I don't know. I think it's just the Bills and then somebody else. I think this is going to be the hardest matchup this weekend.
Yeah. If I get that's just my pick. I ain't gonna go so far to Super Bowl yet because we don't record before then. But I got for the championship games, I go Bears, Seattle, and I'll go again. This could be completely wrong because we're not looking at the bracket. And then I got Broncos, Jags.
Both Knicks just if both Knicks
but they win close games. This is the only point. They win close games.
He can go throw 200 yards or he gonna throw 50 yards. Like, bro, I didn't need you to throw 150. You know what I'm saying? Be consistent with the 150.
Yeah. But they won. But they won both of those games though.
If he can just average 200 yards, a touchdown, no turnovers, that defense can do the rest of
it. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen. Yeah.
That's all you gotta be is Jalen.
But that defense, because people forget, like, they had a chance to almost break the team sack record. Like, they really can get off to the quarterback. Like, they really can get. And on that back end with your man Sertan and all them boys, that Vance Joseph defense, another head coaching joker that should get a job or should be looked at for a job, is, really like that. But I like it. But like, the most enticing game this week is the Bears, Jags. Jags, Bills. Miami just made it to the championship game, so you got them. Ole Miss, nothing to hang their heads at, though. Trinidad Chambers, if he gets another year, Ole Miss gonna be hell. Tomorrow, real quick, before we get up out of here, Indiana, Oregon, what you like? I'm gonna tell you right now, mine, Indiana, impressed the hell out of me. That's a physical football team.
Beat the hell out.
They're better than I thought. And it's not just the quarterback. That running game, them running backs are legit, and that defense is really like that. Not, you know what I'm saying? When we start talking about prospects, I thought it's a prospect. But Oregon got a lot of speed, though. So, but Indiana just.
Yeah. That was an ugly game to watch. that Bama game was an ugly game to watch. Real quick, I know we get into the end of this. Real quick, I got I'm gonna go Oregon. This is a matchup between possibly 1 and 2 in the 2026 NFL draft picks. With Dante Moore on one side, and Mendoza on the other side. I think this game decides who's going to Vegas and who's going to New York. So with that being said, and this is actually, and whoever wins,
a great
prize, ain't it? Yeah. And the reason why I think this game is also going to be important is because if my prediction is right and Oregon wins, I think we get that declaration from Dante a little bit sooner than we probably predicted. So,
right. I don't know. Indiana just every time I want to bet against them, it's like, man, they ain't all that.
Hey, sometimes you gotta show. Sometimes you just gotta show somebody, and they've been showing it, bro. Like I said, like during the year, whether it was Iowa, whether it was Penn State, whether it was Ohio State, whatever, they gonna win that close game, bro. Yeah. They gonna win that game, bro.
Them boys, yeah, man. But but like that, man. IDK Sports Podcast, your premium spot to talk sports with guys. My name's Anthony. My main man Kenny. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Happy New Year. Holla.